What up, suckers? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Legacy Gamer, and I have another weird but funny story. Now, I don't know what's up with me and naked people, but I have another story of a naked person. But this one is when it's a girl, and she was fighting, and eventually she got naked. So I spend the night at my dad's house again. I don't know why I'm always with my dad when there's somebody naked, but I spend the weekend with my dad again, and for this weekend, it's my little sister's birthday party. At the time, she was about like turning 3 or 4, one of those. So I have to go to the freaking park in the morning, like at 7 in the morning, and I gotta sit there to hold the space because it's like first come, first serve or some shit like that. So I gotta go and hold the spot so nobody takes it for her birthday party. So I'm there for about 4 hours, just sitting there doing nothing, and I'm guessing that's all he needed me for. But I'm sitting there for a few hours, and then people are coming. He's bringing chairs and barbecuer and all his speakers, all that shit. And like one of the first people that got there was this like lady, and she was around, I'd say 22, 21, somewhere around there. And she had 2 boys. They looked like they were like 6 and 7, around there. So they were just chilling for a little while, and she started having beers. And it was like the party hadn't even started yet. And she was wearing, I'd say, I don't know what the difference is between a skirt and a dress, but I would call it a skirt. And she was wearing a skirt, and she was cool at first. She was just watching her kids, and I remember she told me one time if I could watch her kids while she goes to the restroom. And she didn't seem weird. I'm guessing it was the alcohol that was on her mind or some shit. I don't know. But eventually, people are coming. People are having a good time, listening to music, talking to each other, all that shit. And meanwhile, this girl or woman is still just sitting, chugging beers. And I didn't think she was gonna get drunk, because like the whole time I was watching my little sisters, like we're at the park, so there's like a little playground for all the kids. And eventually she just gets drunk, and she starts doing dumb shit. And all the moms, like all the other moms, are on the park. Some were like in the party, some were just random people at the park, and people were talking shit about her. And then some lady told me if I knew her, and I was like, no, I don't know her. Why? And she said because her kids were crying because they were like embarrassed, or I don't know, they were just crying because I guess this lady, I don't know what I'm gonna call her. I don't know her. I don't know her name, but she went like behind a tree or something and just like, I guess she pulled up her skirt and just took a piss right there. So all the moms were talking about her. I never seen that happen, but that's what they were talking about. And she started acting weird. She started going on the playground with their kids. And I don't know what happened to the kid up on the slide, but one of her boys were up on the slide and he was crying. So she went up there and was just like stroking his hair, just sitting up there for like an hour. And all the little kids were wanting to ride the slide, and she was just like yelling at them to back away, to back away. And like all their moms are talking shit like, oh, I'm gonna beat this bitch's ass, she better get away from my kid, get out. And then they were just talking shit. They were yelling at her and she was just yelling back. So in between when these people are arguing and shit, I'm running back and forth telling my dad like, your friend, because he was friends with her, I guess, because my little sisters go to school with her little boys or whatever, I guess. So I'm running back and forth telling my dad that she's acting stupid over there on the slide. And I'm pretty sure he didn't think it was big of a deal. He would keep just telling me to tell her to stop acting stupid. So I never told anything to her. I was afraid she was just gonna like try to like freaking get me in the headlock or something. But I just kept keeping an eye on her. And she just kept doing dumb shit, arguing with all the people, and then she was yelling at the other kids. And then eventually this mom, she was pretty big. She was like 3 times the size of me. And she kept telling me like, you need to get an adult before I do something, because she's pissing me off, and she's like talking shit to my kids. So I went back to my dad around 4 times before he actually did something. I kept telling him, and then the last time I went to him, it was when that lady and the other crazy ass woman were arguing, and she was threatening to get her and throw her off the playground thing and just whip her ass. So like I run back to my dad and I tell him she's about to fight some lady, and this is when he's like that's when he starts noticing. He's like, oh shit, I didn't realize it was this bad. So he runs over to the playground, and by this time everybody has their phones out recording. All his friends are saying world star and all that, and so this crazy bitch decides to charge at that fucking lady. So she charges at her, takes like 2 swings and just fucking totally misses. And this bitch just starts pounding on her face. Like the regular lady just starts pounding on her face. And I'm just like, oh shit. And eventually they both get knocked down to the ground. And they're just pulling hair, socking each other. And this is where it gets funny as hell. So she's wearing a skirt and they're fighting, rolling over. And slowly, like eventually, her dress slides up. And I don't know why, but she wasn't wearing any underwear. So everybody's watching, everybody's recording, and eventually this shit goes all the way up, I say to her, about her neck. Everybody's laughing, everybody's just staring, recording, and this was right next to a playground, so all the kids see her see her ass, see everything, and it's the funniest shit ever. I'm somebody that laughs at everything, and this was, oh my god. It was some of the, oh god. But eventually my dad's trying to like pull her skirt down, but just trying not to stop the fight because it's hilarious. So her dress goes up, all the kids are talking, like they're all like ew, ew. And eventually my dad's girlfriend gets the crazy bitch and just drops her. She drops her, and she was pretty desperate to stop the fight because at the time she was pregnant. So she was pregnant and she got involved in the fight. So she was pretty desperate to stop this bitch. So eventually she got her, like, I'm not sure if like she got her in a headlock or something, but she just dropped her. And I remember my dad told her to stop acting stupid and just sit down. So he called that crazy lady's dad, which is the grandpa of the 2 boys, to like, he called the dad because he said he doesn't give a fuck what happened to that crazy bitch. He doesn't care. But he'd feel bad as shit if the kids wandered off and got hit by a car. So he called the parents or whatever, and they come and he gets the boys and stuff. And then like for a while this bitch is just like, I'm not sure if she came back to reality, but she was just on her knees, just like she was just crying in the middle of the park and like just staring at the ground. And the dad of that crazy bitch was just yelling like, get the fuck in this car. And she just kept refusing. I don't think he ever put his hands on her, but eventually she just got up, got in the car, and took the 2 boys with them. And yeah, that's it. Funniest shit. I know every story I say funny as shit, but it really is if you're in the moment. It's the funniest shit ever. I remember when I was a kid, I laughed at everything, and something that I used to laugh at, still to this day, I think about when I was in elementary that I laughed at. I remember we'd always play soccer in at lunchtime or whatever, and this was one of my elementary memories I won't ever forget. We used to always play soccer, and there were these dumbass girls who would always sit behind the goalpost, and the goalpost didn't ever, like, they never put up any net so the ball would get caught. So once the ball was through there's no stopping it until it goes all the way to the back of the building, whatever. So we always play soccer, and like I remember, I'm not sure about any other elementary schools, but mine had like these like more bigger than average size like round red balls, and like they'd make this weird noise when you bounce them. I don't know, but I remember some girl got hit in the head. Some girl got hit in the head, and when they were sitting down, and some other girl came down and she was like bending over. She was bending over to see if she was okay, and next thing you know I'm staring at her, and she just looks up and boom, she gets smacked and she goes flying back. The only thing I remember is me falling to the ground, rolling over, and just laughing so so hard, and every time I think about that I just die. Yeah, I'm not sure what other stories I'll tell, but there's definitely gonna be some funny ones in the fucking future. Like, comment, subscribe, please show support. I'm around 15 subscribers right now. I started, I'd say, about a half a week ago. That's it. See you guys later. I didn't really post too early today. I posted kind of late today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video. Peace.